Hey everybody, and welcome to Dicing with Death with Georg. Ryan, how are you doing this lovely Thursday morning?
I am doing well. It is gloomy-ish. Yeah, just checking. I'm not saying it's gloomy here in Seattle, so getting me in the mood for some Misty
Mm.
Rapids shenanigans.
Here it's blue skies, horizon to horizon. So, there's no recap, as you guys might have heard, and we're doing Georg today instead of Roy because we need to check up on our wizard buddy and see what he's doing and what he's up to. So why don't we
Yes.
talk a little bit about where we left off with you before we delve into the game?
Yeah. Do we need to do any chit-chatting out of game
Oh yeah,
stuff?
normal chit
Good.
chatting. What's going on in your life? I forget about this phase.
Nothing really, but I did feel like it warranted sharing with chat that I had my first IRL encounter with one of the viewers of the show.
Right. How did that go?
Bizarre. That was fine. I mean, it caught me a little off guard. So shout out to that guy. I don't know who he is, but
Was he a
thanks for
student at your
watching.
school?
Yeah, so this was at work, like while I was in the study center. I thought he was like coming up to ask me a physics question or something like that. And he like shook my hand. I was like, crap, I don't remember this guy. Is he one of my students? So I make an effort to remember my students' names. So I was like, who? Oh man, I'm that teacher. But then he was like, I really like Dicing with Death. And I was like, oh no, they found me. It's all over.
It's
No,
all over.
it was a super busy day because of midterms this week
Mhm.
and stuff like that. So I didn't really have time to chat with him. I don't even know if I got his name, but yeah,
Well, congratulations. That's pretty
I
cool.
know. I'm like a real celebrity.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
One whole fan.
I'm jealous. I've never had a real world encounter like that before. That's okay. Fine.
I
Just
mean,
my
you've
full-time job.
done.
It hurts.
I mean, you've done like Koibu cons and things, but I guess
Oh
all
yeah,
that's
but that's different.
planned.
Yeah, that's a little different. Um, cool. So now, what happened? What did we do last time?
Um, Last time we did mostly bookkeeping, researched some scrolls,
Yeah.
made some plans for building our Soul Forge.
You
But
found a
the,
pond
the plan.
in the Soggy Hills, right?
Oh, I think I did, but it's yeah. But the main issue is I want to fabricate spell in order to
Hmm.
expedite the construction, and that is a fifth level spell that I haven't researched. In hindsight, I probably should have just learned that instead of Wall of Iron. But hey, you can learn. So I now need to upgrade my library in order to research the fabricate spell.
Hmm.
Um, so we're after loot
So you're after
as usual with D&D.
loot. You're after some Mist Dragon scales.
Yeah, so there are some exotic ingredients necessary for my alchemy. We've got Mist Dragon scales for the potion of gaseous form, and Troll amygdala for potion of speed. Though trolls are pretty well. I tend to come by them often enough that I don't think I'll go seeking those. Well, trolls are really excellent spell components,
Mm-hmm.
soul components.
Mm. All-purpose utility
And
animal.
speed does age you, so that probably requires a system shock effect.
For what?
Use of a potion of speed ages the individual by 1 year.
That would require a system shock check. That's pretty dangerous.
Yeah, that sucks. I don't know why anyone would ever use that. But hey, I'll make it and feed it to a henchman or something like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, so at some point, a quest up to Mistrea may not be out of the question.
Why would you want to go to Mistrea?
Isn't that where the Mistragon is?
No. Although I could
Mistdragon.
understand why that you might think that, considering its
Is that
name.
the name of the Mistragon? I mean, I know where it's like north of Hillsborough.
Yeah, it's north of Hillsborough. Mistrea is a kingdom to the west.
Are they the Amazon Kingdom?
Nope, that's Matava to the south.
Oh God! All right. Georg's not up on his geography for the
He's new to
sneaking.
this world or this country, right? You've only been here like a
Yeah.
year.
I'm new to this dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah, a year. I have my birthday written down somewhere.
I have it written down. Your birthday is in November, like
And what is it
November
now?
3rd. We are currently in September.
Oh, so he does almost have a birthday.
Yeah, you're almost
Hydroxus is the name of
18.
this dragon.
That's a reminder for everyone. Georg's 17 years old and murdering people and stealing their souls. I think this counts as a traumatic childhood.
Kids these days, they grow up so fast.
All
Um,
right, so let's kick you off in your home.
yeah. So has any time passed since last episode?
No, we're gonna pick up the next day. It is that day. It's the 6th of September. It's a Tuesday. You have your potion research for a potion of speed and a potion of gaseous form.
Mhm.
Both require rare components. That's what these are.
Yeah, and we established the components. Yeah, I think
Right.
rare, and then some like I forgot. We didn't even bother to note it because it's not really important. There's like normal procedures, so that's like stirring or titrating or
Yeah.
teabagging.
It's not.
That's not a mundane alchemical procedure.
No, teabagging.
I just hit level 9. I have much to learn.
All right. So you're here in Misty Rapids, the unlabeled town on our map, in the center of our map.
Yeah, all of the towns are unlabeled. Right?
Yes, they're all unlabeled. Beautiful. Actually, I might want to end up giving you a labeled map instead of an unlabeled one, but we'll do that another time. So welcome to Misty Rapids.
Yes. So I'm actually in the keep just outside of Misty Rapids, and I guess if we're going to jump into game, I'm going to do my usual procedures, which is what I am sorting out my spell. So I don't need to memorize a deep pocket. So in the morning, I spend the first hour. I learn a deep pockets and a conceal alignment. I cast the deep pockets on the robes. And memorization there takes 40 minutes for 2 second level spells. Right, it takes me 10 minutes to cast the deep pockets on the robes. I cast the conceal alignment on. Now I have to think. I'm level 9 now. I am probably an evil entity in and of myself. Do I walk around as a mildly evil person with a profoundly evil artifact dangling around their neck? I think I still conceal alignment on the amulet.
Yeah, that's probably a safer bet.
No one thinks they're evil.
Right.
Although I think I probably did do the test. And then that leaves us at 51 minutes of preparation, so I dig into the regular memorization of spells, which I don't think I need to spend much time today. Because
I mean, it's 10 minutes per spell level, so you can learn, one spell at that point? One first level spell?
You can do your whole spell memorization, can't you, right?
No, if you cast spells within the first hour, you...
Okay, so then it was backwards. I guess I'd memorize all my spells, and then I cast... I thought it was you're considered rested for the first hour of the day, and as long as you start memorizing spells while you're rested, you can go through the whole memorization sequence.
I thought, and this is how we've kind of been running it in Hardcore Heroes, that we had done, if you cast a spell within the first hour, you have till the end of that hour to memorize new spells. Okay,
so then I guess then I guess you do all the memorization, and then you start your day, right?
Yeah.
So if I need to rememorize all my spells, I spend like 5 hours memorizing spells, and then I cast a spell, and I have an hour before I am done.
No, I think if you want to memorize like 10 spells, then you just have to memorize all 10 spells. But I think if you have like all your spells memorized from the previous day, and you could wake up, cast a spell, and then rememorize it to replace it. But you can't do like a full day's worth of casting, or like 4 hours of spell memorization, cast a spell, and then memorize a spell.
You keep flip-flopping on this and making it way more complicated than I thought it needed to be. So then I guess, so you're basically saying you can't really do the free spells in the morning unless you already have a full spell book or spell.
Right. If you want to memorize a
list
lot of
memorized.
spells, you're going to be. You probably can't be casting any. It shouldn't be free spells for everyone. It should be, you woke up, you cast one spell, you want to memorize a new one to replace it right away, and that's fine. But not, wake up, spend 4 hours memorizing spells, cast one, and then memorize another few.
All right. Okay. So then in that case, I mean, I guess this will be fine because I am on rest. I probably got full spells, but in general, I guess I will have to start actually. I guess I'll have to stop using this trick. One quick question with regards to the Medusa's lair. Do I have any guess how far underground it was? And I guess the only question that matters is there more than 10 feet of dirt between the chamber and the surface, or less than 10 feet of dirt between the chamber and the surface?
That's a good question. Part of the entrance has less than 10 feet, but I think the core of the chamber itself is...
But I could teleport above the entrance with minimal risk of difficulty. Or better yet, maybe I'll ride out there and teleport back if the need arises. So, yeah. Okay. Okay. So, the morning of the 6th, I will make my preparations and conjure my phantom steed.
Do you have a name for your
ride
phantom
out
steed?
Towards the Soggy Hills. Oh no, I go through these guys so quick. Actually, I do. I can assume that it's the same phantom steed I keep conjuring.
I mean, it's not really a
We
real
thought about
thing.
his
It's a
name.
fake thing, but you could name it,
It's it. I conjured it. It is a
Yeah, but it's not
It is real
really
for the
alive.
spell.
I mean, it's the whole, if you teleport from one place to another, are you really the same person? You get into questions of what does it mean to be alive or to be a thing.
I don't think it's alive.
It has hit points.
Yes, but so does a table.
It's true.
Wraithwind, I think that's what chat named it.
Wraithwind, okay.
There we go. I conjure Wraithwind and ride out of Misty Rapids towards the Soggy Hills.
Oh, those...
September, so it's probably getting a little chilly in the Tether Wilds.
Just a bit. Kind of almost a Mediterranean climate around here. So it's
Okay.
maybe a little bit warm still in September. You could still be quite warm. I actually have temperatures for you.
Ooh, in one level, Wraithwind can walk on water.
A 10?
At level 10, yeah. In fact, if I used a soul, I could do that right now.
How lovely that would be. Okay, so you head out into the Soggy Hills. Let's do some random encounter checks. Okay, and start looking around for the Medusa's lair. You have 19 intelligence, so you can probably find your way back to it without too much trouble.
I also have a direction sense proficiency.
Yes.
So I always know which way's north, and so that probably helps, and I don't know.
Yeah. So eventually, after maybe... how far is this?
Oh, but I did... Maybe a bit of retcon. I probably have this sort of shit in my pockets, especially because I am a proficient seamstress now. I do need a blindfold, and I would like to tie the unicorn horn to like my... Let's go with ankle. Inner thigh sounds sexier, but I think ankle is probably more practical.
I mean, the unicorn horn's pretty big. It's...
Okay, so it probably like runs the length of my leg.
Okay, so up the four
So I probably like wrap it fully in cloth.
Okay.
Maybe I pause to do that here outside of in the Soggy Hills rather than when I leave home. I don't know if that's too uncomfortable to have all the time.
I mean, it's like when you put on a ring and start wearing a ring for the first time, it feels really fucking weird, but eventually you just get used
This
to it.
isn't a ring. This is like a foot-long shaft of ivory.
Yeah. So it's a little awkward tied to your leg, but if you keep tying it to your leg every day of your life, you'll eventually just get used to it.
All right. Well,
But you make your way through the Tether Wilds for a few hours, the Soggy Hills for a few hours.
yeah,
Until you
I crossed.
come back to
I
that.
crossed the river at some point.
Yes.
Like I go to a ford.
You come back to that kind of valley area where there's these crumbled statues standing around.
Yeah.
And make your way to the drapings that covered the entrance to the Medusa's lair.
Mhm.
And find yourself standing before it.
All right. I will dismount and leave my phantom steed to guard the entrance. I will tie the blindfold around my head.
Like Shia Hatan.
And did he have a blindfold? I think he was just blind.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have changed my name in Roll20. Tie the blindfold around my eyes and cast a clairvoyance inside the main chamber.
You have some pituitary gland lying around?
Always. Who doesn't? I guess I can delete it, but I had an arrangement with the local butcher, so I kind of have infinite pituitary gland, I think.
As long as you keep going by the butcher shop.
Needle gland. Okay, I had 17, so I'll drop it down to 16.
God. Yeah, that's like.
And
important.
I do have a second memorized in case this encounter lasts longer than 9 minutes.
Okay. So you clairvoyance
And I will
into the
walk
Medusa's lair.
Inside the Medusa's lair. So here I'm probably still blind, so I trace the wall with my left hand.
Wait, why are you clairvoyancing if you're walking in?
Because I'm blindfolded.
Ah,
So I'm seeing in my mind's eye the main chamber at least. So eventually I'll walk into my own vision, right?
right. And you're
And for the-
clairvoyancing just so that you don't see the Medusa and get turned to stone.
Yeah, so I can watch the whole encounter without risking turning to stone. Right. And I will announce myself as I walk in.
Sure.
Did I get a name? I don't think I did. I think it's just Medusa, right?
I don't think there was a name given for her.
Cassandra. There we go.
Oop.
Right.
There we go.
Cassandra. It is I, Georg.
You see
Are you home?
in your mind's eye as you're walking down the hallway, kind of holding with your right hand on the wall, you see the Medusa step into frame, look around for a moment, and then kind of look up in the direction of the invisible sensory organ that would be the focus of your clairvoyance spell. And cock her head slightly to the side, and then answers out back to you.
Did you roll for that?
There's a chance that someone will notice it. It gets rolled every round.
Do I have the same chance?
The chance is dependent upon your level and your intelligence.
It's not in the spell itself, is it?
The spell says it uses the same chance that it works like a crystal ball, and the crystal ball has a chance.
Okay. Do I happen to know that, or would I have to research that?
I can tell you. Let's see. The chance of. So it's based on for each intelligence point above 12, the creature adds an additional arithmetically ascending cumulative chance. So 1% at 13, 3% at 14, 6% at 15, 10% at 16, and so forth for their intelligence. Also a cumulative 1% chance per level or hit die, and then also a bonus based on your class. So
I have no idea. So my chance is good. I probably got like a 25% chance to notice I'm being scryed on.
Per level, it would be 8 plus 21 at 8th level, so 29. So you would have a minimum of, so you would have 29 plus 8 plus 9. So 38 and 8, it would be 46% chance of detecting someone scrying on you.
That's good to know. Okay.
I think I did that right. Yeah.
All right.
So she spots the scrying attempt.
Yes. Forgive my intrusion, but I figured it was safer than seeing you with my own eyes.
Hmm.
And maybe at this point I walk into the main chamber. I
You
don't know
do.
how long the
You do.
passage is.
You walk into the main chamber,
Obviously blindfolded.
and from your mind's eye, you can see her walking towards you until you can feel the warmth from her hands as she puts a hand on either side of your head.
Right. I
And-
keep an eye. If she does anything fish, she doesn't have. Does she have snake hair? Is her hood up or down?
Her hood is up, so you
Okay.
can't see her snake hair. But she puts her hands on either side of your head and begins to
Okay.
lift your blindfold off.
I keep my eyes held shut and then stop her. No. Like is she? Are we fighting here? Are we like?
She's not fighting. She's gently, almost caressing your face as she's taking this blindfold off.
Yeah.
It's maybe
I-
uncomfortably intimate.
I object. I don't mind the intimacy. I mind the removal of the blindfold because I guess I can choose to close my eyes, but
Yeah.
this is
Now,
safer.
I'm not going to destroy you or eat you.
I don't think you can control it. Being destructively beautiful is in your very nature.
I have too many potential uses for you to see you turn to stone so soon. Have you brought me
Perhaps.
a mate? I long for having children of my own.
Perhaps I have. I've thought about the arrangement we discussed. I hope I haven't kept you waiting, but what is time to one like me but just another dimension? I believe our agreement was you reveal the location of the Chimera's lair here in the Soggy Hills to me.
I can lead you there if I need to, but not without a mate first.
I nod. And if this union is fruitful, I would like to look after one of the eggs.
These will be my children, not yours.
Our children.
No. These will be my children. You are simply a blunt instrument that it happens to be necessary to create them.
Then it seems we won't have a deal. Only one. I will look after it tenderly, I assure you. If you wish to expand your brood further, I'm sure we can come to a similar agreement again and again as necessary.
If you worry that I might bring you demise, caring for a child would certainly spell your end faster.
What do you mean?
It takes many years of practice to be able to leave people intact. Caring for a child would quickly leave you still as a grave, cold as ice.
You don't
Have
think
you
I could
truly
do it?
thought this through? Caring for another life? Are you ready to do that? Do you have the means to care for a full being? To protect it from those that would seek to destroy it?
Cue a montage of all my horses dying. I understand more than most the value of life.
You're awfully young to raise a child by yourself. No, I think that would be a terrible mistake. I will not send one of my children to suffer or die through negligence or malpractice.
Nightwing in chat. I'm 17. I can raise a baby. She might be convincing Georg. Knock my head for a minute.
Come now. You do not want the responsibilities, the burdens.
Perhaps
and
you
if I'm
make
not mistaken, you have no ability to lactate. How will you even feed the child?
Do you?
Would you like to see?
Yes. I don't think Georg says that consciously. I hope not. Verbally. Perhaps you make a good point. But if I wish... But I would like to see our children. Keep an eye on them. To your knowledge, has one as gifted as me fathered Medusae before? I am no mere blunt instrument. I expect our children would be extraordinary.
I did not anticipate you being so emotional. If you cannot handle the difficulties in this arrangement, perhaps you can bring me one who need not be around for the end result. I am looking for children of my own. I am not looking to enter into, as your people call it, a marriage. I am not looking for, I know the right term, a custody battle. Do not make things more complicated than they must. Give me 5 minutes of your time, as it might be. I will give you the Chimera's lair.
Very well. I think Georg caves. I shed aside my black robes and let them fall to the floor.
She takes you by the hand, and you end up leaving the clairvoyance AoE.
When it is clear where she's leading me, so I stay blindfolded. In that case, I do take my robe with me.
Okay.
My hand. I probably still have like my boots on with like a
Yeah, she just leads you down.
Maybe I just okay. Yeah.
A slight
when it's
corridor.
clear where I'm going, I cast a clairvoyance on that chamber when it's clear where I am, where she's taking me.
Sure. So she just takes you to her bedroom, which is just down the hall in a different chamber, slightly far away.
Is the bedroom at all interesting?
Not really. There are a bunch of statues standing around.
Statues of burly men.
Not burly, but of men in various states of undress or half-dress.
Mm-hmm.
You get the distinct impression that these were probably former lovers who are getting dressed after the fact and then get turned to stone, and now they are artwork decorating her room.
I hang my robes on one of the statues.
One of the guys who's like, ah!
Yeah, with a convenient arm out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's already like a belt over there, and there's some jewelry dangling from his ears, and it's. And you and the Medusa work together to produce a new generation.
Consecrate the arrangement.
Yes. This would be
everyone's last 9 minutes. I don't know if this would be a perfect time for a break. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but we're way too early for a break. But this would be a perfect time to just
fade to black.
Away, yeah.
We can do that for narrative sense and just come back in 2 minutes. Did we miss the boat?
Yeah, sure. You know what? Why don't we just take a break right here, guys? We don't need to see any more details on this scene, and when we come back, we'll see what happens. See you guys on the other side of our first short break. Bye-bye.